Good morning, everyone. It is Thursday, July 2nd, 2020. Welcome to Up to the Minute. We are so happy that you all are joining us for this Thursday morning. It's part of our virtual Family Fun Day series because we have a very special guest on the West Coast joining us, as well as another special guest joining us from our HCC Veterans Office. But first, I'd like to welcome back the man, the legend, my dear co-host, Frank Cooper. Good morning, Frank.
Good morning, Brie. You honor me, man. You honor me. Ladies and gents, please follow us on all social media platforms, Twitter, Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Let's grow the show.
Thanks, Frank. We'll come talk to you in just a little bit. And as I said earlier, we are welcoming two very special guests, one from the West Coast and one from our very own HCC Veterans Office. Joining me right now is Capri Thomas, who is the Acting Director of the Office of Veteran and Military Affiliated Student Success, also known as VMASS. Good morning, Capri.
Good morning, Brittany. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for joining us. And also joining us from the Aquarium of the Pacific, the president of said aquarium, all the way from Long Beach, California, is Dr. Jerry Schubel. Good morning, Dr. Schubel.
Good morning. It's good to be with you.
Thank you so much for joining us, Dr. Schubel. We'll come talk to you in just a moment. But first, we're going to visit with Capri. As we get ready for the 4th of July, Capri, we thought it only fitting to represent our veterans because we have so many here at HCC who are attending school to further their education. So we're looking forward to hearing from you about VMASS and what you have to offer to our students. So first, can you tell us about the VA educational benefits?
So during this whole pandemic, that was a big red flag. We were kind of nervous because we didn't want any of our military affiliated population that's using VA educational benefits to be left behind. So the good news, I was very excited when I heard that the Senate passed a bill that all VA students that's using educational benefits will not be affected during a national disaster. So I know there's been quite a few questions around will students still receive their educational benefits from Department of Veteran Affairs? And the answer is yes, they still are eligible to receive their VA benefits during this pandemic.
And Capri, I told you before we started this show that I was actually a Hazelwood Legacy recipient. So what are the different, I guess you could say, benefits or educational benefits that VA has?
So Houston Community College, we have a vast variety of VA educational benefits that we offer. So like you stated, you received the Hazelwood Dependent Grant, which is a state grant. So it's available for dependents as well as veterans as well as dependents. Please forgive me. And then we also have the post 9/11 benefits as well. And then we have the Chapter 35 benefit, which is another dependent benefit. We also have the vocational rehabilitation benefit. So we have a vast variety of educational benefits that we offer our students at Houston Community College. So if anyone has any questions about them, we definitely have them on our website, but you can also contact our customer service center and they'll gladly be able to answer all your questions on your educational benefits.
So Capri, one unique facet about the VA office, or VMASS as it's now called, you all employ a lot of veteran students or have some part-time students, those that are also like counseling. So can you talk to us about some of the advising that you all offer for our veterans?
So we do, you're exactly correct about that. We do try to hire as many veteran work study students as possible. And during my tenure here at Houston Community College, they have moved up. We have veteran students that started off as a work study, has moved to part-time, has moved up to the full-time assistant level. So we try our best to hire the veteran work study students if they're eligible. So as far as the academic advising, during this pandemic, we have two specialized VA academic advisors that can advise our students on career paths they want to go to, they want to get into, but they're able to contact them by phone, or also they can schedule a webinar with them, a face-to-face webinar like we're doing now on Zoom, and they can sign up through the Career Hub. And their names is Ms. Terry Good Tomlin and Miss Sonia Scott King. They're they specialize, they're the subject matter experts on degree plans. So we have specialized academic advisors for our veteran population.
It's always good to know that we offer very specific resources for our veterans, because they're a very unique group of students, much like our international students, and because there's so many different resources that are specific to each respected group. It's hard for people like myself and my good friend Frank over here, who help manage social media, to be able to answer those questions for our veteran students. So those who are watching who are veterans of ours, first of all, thank you so much for your service. I am a daughter of a Vietnam veteran, and I can't tell you how much I appreciate all your service for our country. But please know that we do have a very important office here that caters to you and your needs. Frank, I know you would have a question here for Capri.
Yes, Ms. Capri. Can you please talk about the Skills for Transition grant and what that entails?
Yes, so we had the opportunity of receiving a $50,000 grant for our veteran and active duty service members. So with that grant, it's for high-level skilled occupations like welding. You have respiratory therapy, you have the Cisco certificate. And so the grant would pay up to $2,750. So you already, well, if you don't know, most of our certificate programs are within 2 semesters. So I believe right now, the way the economy is, I would definitely, if you qualify for this grant, please reach out to us, boost your skills up. Basically your tuition and fees are covered for a certificate program. So please reach out to us. We have the funds available for you. And I also, Frank, I do want, if our veteran population or dependent population, say for instance, they have exhausted their educational benefits, please reach out to our department. We have scholarship opportunities for our veteran population. I have given, during this pandemic, even prior, we had students that were not eligible, they have exhausted, and I made sure that we provided them with a scholarship if they qualify. So I want them to weigh all their options before they say, no, I don't have any funds, because we are here to assist all of our students, our veteran population students at HCC.
That is amazing. I can't, wow. I mean, to know that if funds have been exhausted, you are still going to go out of your way to make sure that our veteran students have the funds to continue their education. That's truly incredible.
Yes, correct. That's our priority. So I want to make sure my team, I've empowered my team to please contact me. Let's see what we can do before we just give up.
That is great. And what about your day-to-day operations, Capri? What does that look like? So our day-to-day operations are still moving forward. The good thing is that now we implemented an upload document process, because we did, of course, everyone's working from home. We have no resource centers right now that our veteran students can walk in and turn in documents. So we have worked with IT for a year-long project that finally they're able to upload all necessary documents to get their benefits started. We still have our customer service center. A lot of the customer service are part-time and work studies, and believe it or not, I believe 95% of them are veterans. So they can answer all questions. We have our advising, our certifying officials. Everyone, we're just rolling. We're going to keep rolling. We're going to make sure all of our students are taken care of. So I don't want anyone to fret. Like, the veteran department is here to assist you whenever you need us. That's amazing. Now, Capri, I'm not sure if this next question is really relevant, because I'm not sure if this program still exists, but the Veterans Academy, is that something that still is in existence today?
So with the Veteran Academy, we had the College Credit for Heroes grant that ended on June 30th. So that was 2 days ago, which was a phenomenal program. It was a phenomenal program. It was really a hands-on program. We had a case manager, Ms. Ashley Gonzalez, that really walk students matriculate through the HCC system till they graduated. So as of right now, we have everything under the VMASS umbrella. So everybody's working from home. So if we receive another grant, then you never know, you might see the Veterans Academy again.
That'd be awesome. Capri Thomas, thank you so much for joining us this morning on Up to the Minute to talk about your amazing program for our veterans. And if anyone is interested in the program and all that you just discussed today, where can they go to get more information and to contact you?
So you can go to the HCC VMASS webpage, but also you can call our customer service number at 713-718-8522. And you also can email your questions to vmassonline.edu.
Perfect. Capri, thank you once again so much for joining us to talk about the assistance you all offer through VMASS. And I hope you have a safe and wonderful holiday weekend.
You as well, Brittany. Thank you for having me. Frank, you as well. Have a good one.
Y'all be safe out there, okay?
All right.
Now we're going to move over to the West Coast because California is always sunny. The weather is always great out there. We're going to talk with the president of the Aquarium of the Pacific, Dr. Jerry Schubel. Good morning once again.
Good morning, Brittany.
Good morning, sir. I'm really excited to speak with you about the aquarium over there in Long Beach. It's a nonprofit dedicated to building what you call natural capital, which is nature and its services. And by building, quote, social capital, the relationships between and among people. Can you explain that a little bit further?
Well, I think if you think about the incidents, even of the last few months, it's social capital that really, it compromises natural capital, and we need to figure out how we can all get along and honor and respect and love each other. And that's what social capital is all about. And by doing that, we will protect nature and nature services. So that's a big part of our mission.
It's incredible. And I do have to comment, Dr. Schubel, your background just looks amazing. It makes me definitely want to go outside to check out the little fishies out here in Texas. But you, we were talking before the show began that you had just reopened, but now you all are about to close again. Is that correct?
Yes, yesterday the governor issued a statement because of the increase in the incidence of the coronavirus infections that the indoor portions of museums, aquariums, science centers, and restaurants all have to close starting today. We'll be using today to transition, closing the indoor portions, but keeping the outdoor portions alive over the 4th of July weekend. So we think people can still have a very good experience and a safe one, but it's a significant change of our plans.
So this goes into the last portion of this question, because now you're forced to reclose. You all have been offering virtual programming throughout this pandemic through your online academy. So can you tell us about that?
Well, we've had a long history of being involved with the media and broadcasting programs, but when we were forced to close the middle of March, we decided to increase that portfolio of offerings. And so we have an extensive set of offerings for people of all ages, all interests. And some of the programs are live. And after those live programs are over, they are archived and available on our website. So we have games and things for kids. There are programs for younger people where they can actually get credit for completing things. There are dissection programs. And then we've long had a lecture on average of once a week. All of those are archived, and we've begun to bundle those into different thematic modules, like climate change, sustainability, sea level rise, and so on. And then we have our Pacific Pals, puppets, and they're a great favorite for young people, and they have a new program every weekday. So I'm sure they're cooking something up for tomorrow. We have Aquatic Academy. Every spring and every fall, we give an intensive short course on a topic that's in the news, and we bring in experts to teach that course, experts from all over the country and all over the world. And so it's quite a diverse portfolio of offerings, and it's a bulging portfolio now with the additions during this coronavirus.
It sounds amazing. I'm not going to hog this whole interview. Frank, I know you've got questions for Dr. Schubel.
Hey, how you doing today, doctor?
Good morning.
Good, good. I have a couple of questions about the actual aquarium. Are you guys running any webcam exhibits or any virtual exhibits of the actual aquarium?
Yes, we have webcams, 6 or 7 or 8 of them around, so you can check in at any time of day or night and see how your favorite animals are doing. And those are quite popular. And we developed a new program where grandparents and grandchildren in different cities, different states can log on together and they can talk to each other on their smartphones with FaceTime and talk about these animals. So, it's important during this kind of a crisis that we figure out how we can stay bonded to each other. And so that's something that we've been working hard on.
Dr. Schubel, what is one of the most most favorite, hear me. What is one of the favorite exhibits there at the aquarium, both in person, and what is one that's really, really visited online?
Okay, well, I think in terms of animal exhibits, sharks are always at the top with the public. Penguins, sea otters, seals, and sea lions, they're all right up there, but it's sharks. We have, in terms of online programs, that depends a lot on your age group. So for kids, Pacific Pals, in middle school, we have programs about careers, selecting a career in the marine sciences. And I think with our adults, our lectures are very popular. We just had one night about a preserve in Costa Rica. Next week, we're going to have one on the Mekong River and Delta. This is a powerful story that has global implications because the Mekong River and Delta is a major source of food for millions of people, but there are dams upstream, mostly in China, that could eliminate the entire flow of water, sediment, and nutrients down to the Delta. And that would deprive millions of people of their primary source of food. So we try to put these into a global context. What are the big issues of the day? They're food, energy, and water. You have those same challenges down in Houston. And we try to put local issues into a national and global context.
That's amazing. I think it's so important to make those local concerns a global concern, because it will impact not just our local community, but many, many, many others. You did talk a little bit about a lecture series for adults. I understand that you all have a streaming live series called Aquariums Guest Speaker Series.
Yes, well, that's really our lecture series, one a week, and we've been doing 50 a year now for quite a few years. So we have an amazing library of these lectures, all of which, or almost all of which, are online. We have a wonderful professional video conferencing studio that allows us to broadcast programs live around the country and around the world. And so we've been using media for quite some time, because this is an aquarium, and people love to see. They go to zoos to see elephants, and they love to see very large animals in aquariums. Our philosophy is there are some animals that shouldn't be in captivity. We can show them using media, their natural behaviors in the wild, and so we combine live animals with the media to expand the experience.
That is very interesting. Frank, do you have another question for Dr. Schubel?
Yeah, quick question, Dr. Schubel. How do you determine what animals are more equipped for captivity than other animals who are not?
Well, that's a good question. How do you determine which ones belong or are able to be in captivity? I don't think fish probably care. If you're a fish, you have a pretty good life in an aquarium. You get your meal 3 times a day. No other fish aren't going to be eating you. 99.9% of all fish eaten in the world are eaten by other fish. So we remove that. We give you a good environment. I don't think the fish mind. Invertebrates don't mind. And I think when you get up to things like dolphins, that's not the right thing to do, because dolphins they're very social animals. They have complex societies in these pods. And then there are some in between. Seals and sea lions, now the only seals and sea lions we have are those that have been rescued and are not able to be released. I'm not sure seals and sea lions mind being in captivity. they tend to be fairly lazy. They like to sleep a lot. They get fed 3 times a day or more. So it's probably a fuzzy line, but I think it's the outliers, the ends of the spectrum are pretty clear.
I think my
Dr.
last
Schubel.
is more of a sea lion.
Dr. Schubel, I have to ask because last summer I had to leave the Texas heat because it's ridiculous. So a journey to Seattle, and the Seattle Aquarium had an octopus there named CJ that I was just so fascinated with. Do you all have octopus?
Yes, we do. We have octopus and squid, and they're amazing animals when you think the average lifetime, because they are probably the most intelligent animals in the marine world. And yet they have a lifetime of 1 year to 3 years. Why would evolution invest so much in creating animals with all of this intelligence and have such a short lifetime? Next time you leave the heat of Texas, come to Long Beach. We get visitors from all 50 states every year, but we get more visitors from Texas than any other state. And so we'd love to have you come.
Frank, I think you and I, once this pandemic is over, we're going to take a field trip out to Long Beach and go meet Dr. Schubel and go check out their aquarium.
We would love to have you come.
I know, Nathan, I know you're behind the scenes, but you're coming with us too. We're going to get in the van and just head over to California.
Good.
Dr. Schubel, thank you for waking up with us this early to join us in Texas to take part in this discussion under the deep blue sea. Thank you for this insight. I really appreciate it. I really enjoyed speaking with you this morning.
Thank you for the invitation. I enjoyed it. And this isn't early at all for us out here. Thank you.
Dr. Schubel from the Aquarium of the Pacific in Long Beach, California. Thank you so much. Have a great holiday weekend.
Thank you, and you too.
Frank, my man, we have to make that road trip happen.
I'm so down. If not for the aquarium, definitely for the weather. We need to get away from here.
Absolutely. Well, Frank, we've got a couple of announcements we need to share here on Up to the Minute before we sign off. First and foremost, Fox 26 covers HCC.
Yes, our Vice Chancellor Kurt Ewing was on there not too long ago, and he was quoted on Fox 26 on the report saying that four-year college students are choosing community colleges during the COVID pandemic, causing enrollment numbers to increase. And he was quoted as, "Student can come to us, get the same education, smaller class sizes, and more faculty interaction at a fraction of the price," he said. So, to further what he said, I mean, if you want to save money, you want to be in a nice, intimate environment, HCC is the way to go, while saving money and getting a quality education.
Absolutely. If you can get that same education at a fraction of the price, why not come to community college? I'm a big advocate for coming to community college and transferring over to a four-year university. So if you're interested in enrolling for HCC, head over to hccs.edu/now for our fall classes, but also our summer 2, which begins July 13th. Frank, Rock the Vote virtually. It's a party with HCC Student Life and DJ High C from 97.9 The Box. Carl Mays and Student Life do it big anytime they've got an event.
Yes, indeed. It's today, actually, at 5:30 to 7:30. Registration is required, though. Registration is required. So it's open to the HCC family and community. Just go to www.hccs.edu/student-events.
That's correct. That's happening tonight at 5:30. Once again, registration is required. You can go and register by heading over to hccs.edu/student-events. They're going to have great music and giveaways, and find out about the voter sites, what's on the ballot and where to vote and what to do in order to vote. Very important, especially in this day and age. The Engineering Academy deadline has been extended to July 17th for the Katy U of H HCC Engineering Academy.
Yes, this year is the inaugural class, the fall 2020, the first ever class. U of H HCC Engineering Academy students are co-enrolled at both institutions from the moment they are accepted. From the moment they're accepted, guys, They have access to all programs and services to both institutions. Additional benefits include significantly lower tuition and fees, staying local, smaller class sizes, and much more. But hurry up, please. Applications for those closes in just 2 weeks. Apply now at hcc.edu at hccs.edu.
It's also in our social media. That email address is a little bit of a mouthful. So if you're interested in applying, because again, it will close in 2 weeks, we're going to put that information in today's post for Up to the Minute. Speaking of deadlines approaching, we also have our HCC Foundation Scholarship that is open to all students. That includes international students for the upcoming school year for 2020-2021. Now, as a scholarship recipient myself, I can't tell you enough good things about the foundation and what it meant in my educational career. It made all the difference between not going to college and going to college. So if you are interested in getting a scholarship, you can head over to hccsfoundation.org/scholarships to apply today. The last day to apply is August 31st.
Get on it, guys. Get on it.
Frank, in just a few minutes, we're going to have a HCC faculty and staff virtual coffee break with Janet May.
Yes, indeed. Janet May, Kyle Cooper, who's the Executive Director of Cybersecurity and Network. Grab a cup of coffee and join Janet May and her guests to learn and get more answers on frequently asked questions. Check your emails to register. Right now, there's no website or email, but just check your emails because everything is sent internally.
That's right. This is for our faculty and staff. Make sure you check your HCC email for more information about the virtual coffee breaks with Janet May, which is happening again today. Rec Sports has got some events going on, virtual fitness classes, boot camps only. So no more Zumba. Sorry, everyone. But this is happening at noon on Tuesdays and Thursdays. It's open to all of our HCC family, students, faculty, and staff. You must have an HCC email in order to register. So if you're interested, email christian.andrews@hccs.edu with the subject line Virtual Fitness Summer. Frank, tell them about the NBA Gamer Tournament, because I'm pretty sure this is something you would get down with.
I mean, with no basketball for the foreseeable future, man, this is the second best coming to get my basketball fix. So the NBA 2K tournament is next week, Tuesday through Saturday, July 7th through the 11th. Registration deadline is today, though. Today, July 2nd. HCC students only. Compete to win a prize. Enroll by email at sports@hccs.edu. Subject line NBA 2K tournament.
All right, Frank. I'm pretty sure you could show everyone a thing or two about this because, you got skills. You got gaming skills.
Well, my game skills have really improved over the last 3 months. Like I bought PS4 and I'm back in Madden and NBA. So that guys want to try me out, man. Come check me out. I'm gonna take part in this tournament myself.
Listen, if y'all also haven't checked out Frank's NBA love letter, you need to do so. Frank really misses sports, specifically the NBA. I mean, it's just too real.
My first true love, man. Well, second true love after football, but I'm sure basketball isn't mine.
I was going to say after fruit snacks, because we all know you love fruit snacks.
Oh, that's sacred, man. That's super sacred.
So before we wrap today's show, we do want to remind everyone that tomorrow, Friday, July 3rd, HCC will be closed in observance of Independence Day. So we will not be having Up to the Minute tomorrow. Sorry, guys. But all HCC services will be closed again Friday, July 3rd in observance of Independence Day. So if you have any questions, be sure to utilize the virtual lobby form that's on our HCC homepage. There's 2 locations that you can find that information, the top at the green banner and the bottom where there's a blue button that says virtual lobby. We'll come back on Monday for sure for Up to the Minute. We're going to be joined by Janet Pena, Director of the Pharmacy Program of HCC Coleman College for Health Sciences. And she's going to share with us how the department is dealing with the remote learning. Frank, you have any 4th of July plans?
I might get on this pit and put some ribs and some steaks on there, man, and some asparagus, some baked potatoes, and kind of go in a little bit this weekend. Yourself?
Ooh, that sounds good. You know what? Change of plans. I'm going to go over to your place for 4th of July because that sounds amazing.
Come on down. Come on down. As long as you bring the desserts.
I'll do you one better. I'll bring Luna, my puppy. All right, everyone. Thank you for joining us today on Up to the Minute. We will see you Monday. Please stay safe. Practice all social distancing. Wash your hands. Wear your mask. Make sure you're not going to put yourself in harm's way. And absolutely exercise all caution when you venture out. And last but not least, let's be better to one another, everyone. Have a great weekend. We'll see you again on Monday at 10 a.m.